Hey guys, today was a fun day of training. I had a squat session yesterday that I sort of bailed out on early because I was trying to do the low bar squat, and I'll get into that later on. I want to talk about my warm up. So I've been really working on the face to the wall squat, and it's something I'm going to continue to work on. If you look at my left arm, it's hard for me to really pack and even get a sense of where I'm at on the wall. So this is something I'm going to work on to help improve my squat patterning and also my shoulder health. I'll talk more about this in the future. Just wanted to highlight that I'm working on it, and hopefully I'll see some progress in my squat form and how my shoulder feels in the squat. So today is a very long-winded video just because I was sort of selfish and wanted to see myself lift. I didn't get a chance to really watch in between sets. I was pretty distracted today. So here's a nice easy warm-up. Now going back to the whole low bar, high bar, I've decided that I want to stick to where my leverage is and where I feel most comfortable, which is high bar. If you look at how I squat even, it's sort of a hybrid of low bar and high bar. Generally with a high bar, you want to rest the bar as high as possible, just below the last vertebrae of your neck, and then you want to sort of keep your elbows directly under the bar, and you want to think about dropping straight down into the hole as opposed to bending forward. With a high bar, you're resting it just on top of your shoulder blade, and you're sort of locking out to sort of lock or create a shelf for the bar so it doesn't fall forward or backwards. And then you're shooting your hips backwards and trying to stop just that parallel. Now with what I'm doing here, it's a little interesting because I do rest the bar not at the highest point, but not as low as my scapula. I would say just in between. And then I feel a lot more comfortable flaring my elbows out. Now, I do go ass to the grass, but on the way up, I actually use hip drive, which is something that's talked about in low bar, as opposed to just driving with my quads. So my quads, of course, are very active here, but I tend to use a lot more hip drive. And it might not be as obvious with my warm-up sets here, but so I'm almost getting the best of both worlds. And I feel personally with my leverages, this is the best. I still have a few old injuries and stuff that I'm working with, wonky left knee, wonky left back area, but all in all, I feel pretty good. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to stop dinking around and going back and forth, and I'm going to just try to work to get this stronger. Once again, my deadlift is my current priority. It's what really gets me excited about training, so that's what I'm really trying to drive forward. And then my squat is something that I know I should be doing. I shouldn't not train it while I'm doing deadlifts. I think I'll have some great carryover. So this is my first work set, I think. And this felt pretty good. No, it felt pretty good. I felt pretty strong. I had to mute myself. I actually let out a funny squeal. I took a really bad breath with my third rep, and I literally squealed it all the way up. But it's kind of interesting. I've never been a great squatter, and I've never felt comfortable squatting. And when I'm doing the lift, it feels so different from what I actually see. I think I did 6 reps there by accident. But yeah, it feels so different from what I'm seeing. And this is strange. With the deadlift, I sort of know where I'm at. Even if I'm grinding through a lift, I feel pretty confident. With the overhead press, no, same idea. I sort of know where I'm at. I feel confident with the lift. With the squat, I just don't know. And there's times when I just hit the perfect lift where I take the right breath and I push out on the belt at the right time and I have my weight over both feet and it just feels great, like a great golf shot or something. But it's going to take some practice and it's going to take some courage on my end, and I have to stop avoiding the squat and start working through it. Now, I'm a very fast twitch person, so I need a lot of rest in between sets. And today, because my schedule is pretty wide open, I was taking as much as 15 minutes in between sets, which is a little crazy, I know. But I'm going to work over time to get a better work capacity. Right now, it's all about strength, so I'm going to take as much time as I need. Of course, I don't have 1,000 years to work out. I do own a business. So I'm going to try and limit it to about 10 minutes maximum rest in between sets. And then as I start hitting some respectable numbers, so right now I am not even gym strong. I have to build back up to that. But once I start getting a little closer to being average gym strong, which is somewhere in between 315 and 400 pounds, I will start to, as opposed to worry about intensity and getting my weight up, I'm going to work on building work capacity, which means being able to do more with less time. So I'll start to, maybe I'll progress by having, I don't know, going from 10-minute rest to 9-minute rest, and from 9-minute rest to 8-minute rest, and so on and so forth, while being able to repeat the same weight. The 5x5 variation that I'm doing right now is sets across, which means using the same weight for every set, and it's brutal. It is absolutely brutal, and there's some guys who could blast through it. I'm just not one of those guys. I need a lot of time, and I need a lot of rest. So yeah, so definitely took about 10 to 15 minutes in between each one. So I don't know what set I'm on here, but all in all, it just went good. I do apologize for the length of this video. I'm going to try and keep them short. But, you know, today there wasn't much going on with the squat, and I just really wanted to see these. So we're going to go ahead and film all the work sets. Generally, I'll probably just film a couple, and we'll sort of roll with it. I'm thinking about doing a lift in between the squats since I'm taking so much time. I want to try and be as efficient with my time as possible since I don't get lots of it during the week. I'm really enjoying the barbell row, but I'm worried that the movement will tire up my back a bit too much. But I'm going to play around with it next time and see if I could continue to build my barbell row, which is definitely helping with my deadlift and just feeling posturally stronger as well too. So I'm not sure what set I'm on here. I've been sort of rambling along, but these felt really good. These felt really good, and I'm going to eventually try and compare myself and my angles using an app and see how close they are to a typical low bar. Of course, I'm going a lot lower, and I'm pushing my knees forward, but I have pretty long femur, and I tend to stay quite upright. Not as upright as I probably need to, but it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good, and I actually felt tension up against my back. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.